Victory!
Deutschland! Deutschland!
Deutschland!
Deutschland!
Deutschland.
Ahoj, Češi do toho! Češi do toho!
Deutschland! 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 Deutschland!
Please welcome Team Germany. Please welcome Team Czechia. Czechia officials for this game have been blessed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation. The referees of the game, the match persons,
Welcome to Helsinki and quarterfinal Thursday, and the harsh reality of this day is you lose and you go home. And it gets going here with Czechia going against Germany. Germany in this tournament at 2-2, Czechia coming in at 4. 5-2, Czechia coming in at 4-3. There is Tony Soderholm, born and played in Finland and played for this man. He played in Helsinki for Kari Jalonen. They won a league championship in the 10-11 season, so the two coaches certainly do know each other very, very well as they get set for this quarterfinal match.
And for the German team, their mindset is to shut down that man right there, David Pastrnak. As soon as he came into the lineup for Czechia, their offense took off, their top line became dominant. But at times, their game got away from them when it was tight checking.
Philipp Grubauer will get the start in goal for Germany, 2-2 with an 18-save shutout against Denmark. Played 55 games for the Seattle Thunderbirds, and Karel Vejmelka played 52 games for the Arizona Coyotes. 3-2 this week with a 24-save shutout. That happened against the United States. And after getting pulled against Sweden, Karel Vejmelka has stopped 78 of 81 for a .963 save percentage.
And curiously, he wasn't in the net for their last game against Finland. That was Marek Longhammer, who they call the king here, but he will watch as Czechia will try to get their off-the-rush game established early.
They do get a couple of defensemen back that were not in the last game. Jordan and Šimik are both in the lineup, so 18-year-old David Jiricek is not in the lineup. Dominic Bittner and, of course, Tim Stützle out of the lineup for Germany. As this game gets going, Müller plays it across, and Seider will send this in. Rims the boards, Hronek going back for it. Philip Hronek trying to play it up on the right side for Pastrnak, and does. And this will get deflected in by Cervenka. Grubauer will come out, leaves it in behind his own net. Moritz Seider, who has had an excellent tournament, he'll send it around to Moritz Müller, the captain of this German squad in his 10th World Championship. Turned over, and a penalty is going to be coming to Germany. So the first power play of the game, it's a tripping call, surprise. First power play of the game is going to go to Czechia.
And it's drawn by David Pastrnak. As Yashin Elitz had the puck, lost it, and is trying to dig for it, gets it back, but that's a trip. So Czechia, their ever dangerous power play, gets an opportunity to flex its muscles early.
Czechia power play 5 for 18, 27.7% in the preliminary round. And on the penalty kill, an area of concern for Germany, killing only 9 of 14 for 64%. The positive of that is they only were shorthanded 14 times, which is second best in the World Championship, only to Finland. Puck comes around for David Pastrnak. Pastrnak will send it back in behind for Tomáš Hertl. Up top it comes Hronek. Pastrnak looking for the stick of David Krejci. Cervenka grabs it off the corner board, sends it for Tomáš Hertl. Hertl will play it back for Cervenka, tried to redirect that to Krejci. Got blocked, gets it back. Pastrnak from Hronek. And a loose puck and a battle for it. Trying to jam it out was Soromis. It doesn't get out, kept in by Krejci. Sends it for Cervenka Up top it goes for Krejci, walks in, deflected, bounces around at the side of the net, Grubauer down. Hronek will corral it and send it to the goal line, and the setup from Pastrnak to Tomas Hertl, and Grubauer with a real good save.
That's a confident save and one that Germany could build on as Pastrnak goes into 3 different positions on the power play. This time he's the bumper guy in the goal line to Tomas Hertl, who vacates the front of the net. Here's a rebound chance. It can't be put back past Grubauer. And so far, 1:09 into the penalty kill for Germany, doing a good job.
Carl Klingberg has Sweden on top of Canada early, 1-0. Philip Hronek still looking for his first point of this World Championship. Drops it for Cervenka, so this #1 power play unit stays out there for Czechia. Krejci down for Cervenka. He'd had it cross ice looking for Pastrnak. Comes back at the line. Hronek will play it down for Cervenka. Back for Pastrnak, scores! So the decision to leave that #1 power play out there pays off for Czechia as David Pastrnak gets his 4th of this World Championship and his 2nd power play goal.
It's the puck movement that Germany can't catch up to. Hronek at the top and moved all the way across. And eventually to Pastrnak. So that little bump pass to the middle to Krejci draws the penalty killers for Germany. And Krejci's going to hold it and then spin. He knows Pasternak's going to be there. Grubauer at the top of your frame had bit on the shot coming. Here's Grubauer's look. Things is coming from Krejci. He's out too far. And that shot can't be blocked. And Pastrnak continues to be impressive offensively. 1-0 Czechia.
So David Pastrnak, who came into this game with 18 shots through the preliminary round, that led Czechia in that department, makes this one count, and a 1-0 lead. Brana sends it back at the line for Kempny. Kempny rattled it wide. David Kemp trying to work it out of the corner. Kemp is being hounded there by Leon Gavanka. Short side try, Brana couldn't handle it. Jammed up the boards out through center by Lucas Reichel. And at center, Foto will send this in, comes off the backboards onto the top of the net, and Koralva-Melka had to be careful with that one.
Germany's got to survive the next 2 or 3 shifts. When Czechia opens the scoring in hockey games, they just keep going. It's the missed pass from Pastrnak, and he's just going to hang out there because he knows it's coming. All he has to do is get around on this puck, and he does. Seider was there to try and block it, didn't. And Pastrnak, with his 2nd power play goal, 3rd power play point, gets his team pointed in the right direction.
Face-off win for Czechia, an area that they are very good in, between Tomas Hertl, David Krejci, David Kemp, Spacek, all very good in the face-off department. Šimik is in from the line. Blumel, who's had an outstanding preliminary round for Czechia, plays it down looking for Tomas Hertl. Blumel with 4 goals and 8 points. Started on the top line with Cervenka and Krejci, and then when David Pastrnak arrived, he moved down to the Tomas Hertl line with Heinik Zohorna, and it has been a good line for Czechia. Blumel, he'll get chased on the far side by Kurashan, gets rubbed out, and it's cleared into the Germany end of the ice. Moritz Seider will skate it out. Seider, +5 in the tournament, leads Germany in that category, averaging 21 minutes and 43 seconds per game. He leads Germany in that category as well. Maximilian Kastner back in his own end. Sends it on for Mueller, and up it goes through center for Schmaltz. Sends it off the corner boards. Vamelka trapped it. Trying to get a handle on that was Saramis. And now Germany will start a line change as Skotka will settle it down.
And Germany makes sure that when they dump the puck in, it's below the goal line and bouncing in behind the net. And so when Czechia is forced to defend time after time, that's when Germany can start climbing their way back into this game. Only a 1-goal game, of course, but that early power play goal certainly fed Czechia.
Pasternak runs into Fabio Wagner at center. That puts the puck back into the Czechia zone. Here comes Krejci. He'll get to the red line and flip it in. Leon Gavanka hustles after it. Gavanka gets taken down in behind the net. Pasternak with a bit of a high hit, and Gavanka is on it for Germany. Leon Gavanka of the Manitoba Moose coming off a best year as a pro offensively, 10 goals and 36 points. Corvinian Holzer. He'll slap this off the back boards, taken there by Hronek. Tried to send it around for Blumel. That failed to materialize. And back on it is Michael Kempny, and up for Blumel. Blumel, who had the only goal in that 1-0 win for Czechia over Team USA. Team USA will be in the second quarterfinal here today as they will take on Switzerland. In front for Zahorna, and he couldn't drive that shot through. Back in front, hurdle for Blumel, and a big defensive play down low by Mueller as Blumel was looking to tap that in.
A couple of times Germany tried to leave without the puck on their stick in front of the net, almost costly.
Lucas Reichel will get to the line close to being offside, but they say it's okay and play continues. Marcel Noble's after it, gets it back at the line. Kastner. And it's played in behind the net. And play gets settled down. On defense out there, Kai Wiesmann, number 6 for Germany, has had a terrific tournament. 2 goals and 7 points for him. This is his first World Championship. This gets taken by David Kemp, and he'll play it in. Wiesmann sends it around the boards to the blue line, but not out by Stefan Leubel. And now Grubauer will glove this and hang on to it. Power play goal by David Pasternak, 1-0 Czechia.
Mutta nyt on hyvä kannustaa lyömällä käsiä yhteen vaikka Miraclelle. Maybe the best mascot in the world, Miracle, ladies and gentlemen.
William Nylander has put Sweden up 2-0 on Canada. Here, David Pasternak with his 4th goal of this World Championship. And Czechia with the 1-0 lead as we look at the head coach of Germany, Toni Soderholm. A very much non-German coaching staff for this German team. We mentioned Toni Soderholm, who was born and raised in Finland. His playing career ended and his coaching career started in Munich. And he's got Tom Rowe, who is US born as an assistant coach, Corey Murphy, who is Canadian born, and Jessica Campbell, who is Canadian born. And then on the other side, you've got Kari Alonen, who is Finnish born, coaching the Czechia team.
It's an international game, that's for sure. And Soderholm in that 2016 season with Munich won a championship, decided to get into coaching, and here he is in the quarterfinals with his team.
Jakob Fleck will swing this to the front of the net. Michael Kempny pounces on the loose puck. Kempny throws it, Grubauer turns it aside. Skotka will play it back down low, takes a bit of a bump on the far side from Elitz. And the puck is jammed up the boards and does not get out. Tied up in the corner. Fodel finally will jam it up, and it gets out the center ice. Cernak will send it right back in, and now a long lead pass for Elitz. Around the boards for Plachta. Plachta gets inside position on Jan Skotka. He'll get a little bit of help from Elitz. trying to get it to the front of the net, and a good defensive play there by David Krejci. And David Pastrnak, almost a point-a-game player in the NHL for Pastrnak, and he'll send it in as he is point-a-game player plus here at this 2022 IIHF Men's World Hockey Championship. Plachta with the shot, and that goes off a stick and up and out of play as Matthias Plachta in his 7th World Championship.
Getting a feed from Mark Michaelis, who stumbled at the blue line, but still had the wherewithal to set the puck up in the middle of the ice. For Plachta, he has got a tremendous one-timer, 16 years in the DEL, playing for Mannheim, had a stint overseas in North America in the AHL, but came back and continued to be a leader for the Adler Mannheim Eagles. And his father, Jacek Plachta, who I played with in Hamburg, was a 14-year veteran of the DEL. That's a lot of years those two have put in.
Coming into this game after the 7 preliminary games, Germany with 169 shots on goal. That is the fewest shot on goal total of any of the quarterfinal teams. But they have made them count. 26 goals on those 169 shots. That is the best shooting to scoring percentage in the World Championship.
Yeah, they're a dump and chase team, so not a lot of things are happening off the rush for them. Typically, they work down deep in the corners to get the puck back, and then they start their offense from there.
Coach Soderholm telling Claire Hanna prior to the game they would like to get more shots, but to do that, they feel they need to get the puck more into the offensive zone and spend more time in the offensive zone.
Well, they're going to start here. There's Zohorna, who has got to more of a checking role, but popped in some points. Heineck Zohorna did in his last couple of games.
Couple of hockey brothers, Thomas Zohorna, older brother, they play together. And the younger brother, Radim Zohorna, who is in the Pittsburgh organization. David Sklenichka will bank this off the boards. Wiesman back into his own end, sends it all the way up to the blue line, trying to drive that through his Kurashan. Wiesman is in from the line, battling there with Schmeichel. Leubel looking after it, comes back to the blue line, and a shot, and another penalty is coming up. Fishbook had no alternative but to take his man down. After he bobbled the puck at the blue line, it would have been an odd man rush for Czechia, and Czechia will go to the power play for the 2nd time.
That's the forward keeping the puck in at the blue line and then trying to shoot the puck through people. It's
Team
blocked
Germany,
by Kampf.
number 77.
And the decision was, do I run in interference or do I back check? And the interference call puts him in the penalty box. And Czechia gets another power play in this first period.
1 for 1 on the power play with the goal from David Pastrnak. 2nd World Championship for Daniel Fishbook. 4 goals for Germany in this World Championship. Krejci and Pastrnak, the former and current Boston Bruin, throw the puck back and forth. Hronek will chase this down. Hronek drops it off for David Krejci. Krejci being watched there. Samuel Soromis again picks him up, but it comes back at the line. Pastrnak, Hronek, Krejci, cross ice, Cervenka scores. Tic-tac-toe, like it was on a magnet under the ice.
Czechia 2 for 2 in the power play, and how do you stop that puck movement? 4 out of the 5 players touch the puck. Cervenka the latest and last to put it past, as Grubauer was still caught coming across. They all know where they're going to be. Krejci puts it all the way across bodies. Cervenka only has to do is follow through and make sure he gets it towards the net, because Grubauer is down thinking Krejci's going to shoot. It's a shot pass for the one-timer. And Germany is going to learn quickly to stay out of the box. 2-0 on 2 power play goals for Czechia.
There's the reaction from Daniel Fishbook as he makes his way out of that penalty box. Schmeichel gets into the line, stopped there by Corbinian Holzer. The former NHLer. Off the skate, Michael Kempney will send this on for Schmeichel. Schmeichel will send it in. Corbinian holds her after it. He'll circle in behind Grubauer. Swings it off to the far side. Snapped up the middle and out at center for Matthias Plachta. Plachta winding his way in. Drops it back for Michaelis. And a good save by Vejmelka. His first test of this hockey game. Back in for Gavanka, hits the line, knifes a backhander deep. Jordan will send it on for Kempney. Kempney tries to squeeze it up the boards, and it does get out at center, trying to hold that in there. And play does get whistled down. 2-0, Czechia with the lead.
The team really needs your help now. Let's see how loud you can get. I count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you shout Deutschland. If you support Germany, you shout Deutschland. 1, 2, 3. Come on, guys, you can do better. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Keep up the good work. The team needs your help.
Germany lost in the quarterfinals last year, or their bronze medal game rather last year, to Team USA. 2019 in the quarterfinals, lost to this Czechia team 5-1. 12 players from that German team in this game, only 4 on the Czechia side. 2017 for Germany, a quarterfinal loss to Canada 2-1, and in 2016 a quarterfinal loss to Russia. So they have gotten to Thursday, and last year did manage to advance past this quarterfinal day. Wiesmann plays this to the front of the net. There's that high deflection. Getting a stick on that was Lucas Reichel. Saw some games with the Chicago Blackhawks most of his year, and a very good year with the Rockford Ice Hogs.
Led the Ice Hogs in scoring, a point-a-game guy, and hadn't gotten his first NHL goal yet. 11 games, 1 helper.
Moritz Müller, the captain of the German team, will carry it in, sends it deep. Off the backboards, Tomas Hertl sends it on for Zohorna. Heinrich Zohorna plays it off the corner boards. Müller back for it. Tried to play it up for Fishbook on the right side. It got blocked. Gathering it in on the left side was Daniel Schmoltz in his first IIHF event, and he'll send it on for Stefan Leubel. Leubel turns, dishes it off. Fishbook trying to get the shot through, and Sklenichka blocked it. Tomas Hertl, nice move to get away from Fishbook. Sends it back in behind his own net for his San Jose teammate, Radek Šimek.
Just 2 shots for Germany, and they are spending more time in the offensive zone the last couple of shifts, but some blocks from the defensemen that got reinforced with Jordan back in the lineup and Šimek back in the lineup versus the game previous.
Hronek and Poster, or rather Hronek and Krejci on the last assist on the goal by Cervenka, so Hronek does have his first point of this World Championship, and it comes in the big game for Czechia here in quarterfinal action. Wagner will send this back in behind the net. Cervenka's on it, gets it on for Hronek. Hronek plays it up for Pasternak. Pinching in from the line there was Fabio Wagner. It gets by him and back into the Germany end of the ice. Here comes Matthias Plachta. Dumps it deep, goes in after it. Jordan first on it, Mikhail Jordan. Played it around, Michaelis jumps on it. Michaelis spins, sends it back down low. Plachta will play it back to the line. And a shot goes up off a stick and into the netting. Is getting that one was Jonas Mueller, number 41. 2 of them in the game today.
2 of them, but not related. And this is back to Wiesmann deflection in front. Pamelka's got to stand up and get it off the shoulder. Beatsman 7 points, but all coming in the last 3 games. He's really gotten his feet under him here at the World Championship.
7 points as a defenseman. That ties him for second coming into quarterfinal Thursday. 4 goals and 20 points in 55 games in Berlin. And last year, no goals in 38 games. And before that, he had 1 in 50. So he has found an offensive side to his game here at this World Championship.
And all his hockey has been played in Berlin. He played with the young team, the Deutsche Nachwuchs in Berlin, and then with the top team, the Eisbären, the Polar Bears.
5 one-goal games for Germany in the preliminary round. They won 4 of them. They won the games that they needed to win or expected to win, and then added a couple more. They won the big game against Slovakia, which was key to getting to where they are now. They beat Denmark.
That Denmark game was quite something as they were outshot 18-13 and had a power play goal that stood as the only goal of the game. And Philip Grubauer, you mentioned stopping all 18 in that game, but there weren't a lot of penalties in that game. There wasn't a lot of action, and Germany was just fine with it. Get the win.
Had a look there at Tony Soderholm. We mentioned University of Massachusetts Amherst. He was the captain of that team his final year there. Skladicka starts the offensive attack, plays it for Cernok. He'll play it on for Jakob Fleck, who will drop it for Stransky. Nate Stransky takes it behind the net, forced to the backhand. Stransky will shovel it back at the line. Kondratic will send it back down low. Skladicka jumps in from the left point, but it squeezes past him. And it's up through center where Reichel will play it across. And a backhander by Mueller off the backboards. Battle in behind the net. Kondratic comes up with it. And Kondratic will dump it back for Skladicka.
Almost every dump in that Germany has is to the left of the goaltender, Pamelka. I'm wondering if they're picking on the left shot defenseman for Czechia.
Or the fact that it's kind of putting Pamelka on the backhand to kind of try and come and play because he catches with that right hand. But
yeah, one of the two.
But it has been noticeable here in the early going. Krejci will send it on. Pasternak trying to play it back down low. Gavanka. He'll send it through the middle. Elitz on for Platka, back for Gavanka. Trying to get it back for Michaelis, beyond his reach. And after it is Philip Hronek. And Hronek will park in behind his own net. Power rankings coming into this quarterfinal. Finland 1, Switzerland 2, Sweden 3, Germany 4, Canada 5, Czechia 6, USA 7, and then Slovakia. And a couple of power play goals here in the opening period. And Czechia in front of Germany 2-0. Fishbook, Hurdle, they all pile into the boards on the far side. And it comes loose and taken by Corbinian Holzer, a Toronto pick back in 2006. Plays in Mannheim. Into the slot it goes. Leubel with the wrister and got it away quickly. And then he'll head to the bench for the line change.
Puck bounced off the left pad of Pamelka up into the air, and Fishbook got a swing at it, but didn't hit it flush.
Skotka on and off his stick. Jakob Brana will cover this up. Just 1 goal in this tournament so far for Jakob Brana. Battled some injuries. Back to the line it comes for Skotka, cross ice. Kondratic floats one in wide. Grabbed at the corner boards by Maximilian Kastner, who plays in Munich. Plays it across, and Mueller trying to power his way out. Felt he may have got interfered with or held. And it's back in for Seider in behind his own net. The more than likely Rookie of the Year winner in the National Hockey League. Big time minutes with the Detroit Red Wings. Cleared back in deep, and Kempney's after it. Kempney getting chased down there by Lucas Reichel. Wiesman jumps in from the line to break that play up, but it bounced on him. Bodel works it off the corner boards, gets it into the high slot, and Jakob Fleck knocks it away from him.
Just lost it at the last moment. Nice read by Wiesman to intercept that Kempney pass. Couldn't get a shot on net, and then that puck coming back was supposed to get to him as well.
2 power plays so far in this game. Both have gone to Czechia. Germany's power play has been very good. Their penalty kill has been a struggle. And we saw that again. Michaelis walks in. Michaelis looking for some help. Dumps it off at the line for Mueller, and back it goes for Michaelis. Jonas Mueller on defense here with Corbini and Holzer. Matthias Platka watched by Cervenka. Jordan blocked it, and David Pasternak will settle it down. 504 points in 510 NHL games for David Pasternak with the Boston Bruins.
And had himself a Rocket Richard year. Is penalty going to be called here? They're going to go both sides on this one. See when we get back.
You don't necessarily have to be a referee to that.
22, huh? 22, yeah.
But it might help. Let's try it out. Yritetään Suomen kanssa. Miten lähtee tänään sveitsiläisiltä?
Referee 6. Final penalty, slashing.
Check it to the head. Delay penalty. Check the instructions, guys. Now go. Now you set down. How about the checks? Try it out. You gotta learn the rules.
Matthias Plachta and David Krejci have gone to the penalty box, 2 minutes each, as they send the pair of them off. The referees for this game, Mikael Nord of Sweden and Miroslav Stolch of Switzerland. And the linesmen are Maxime Chaput of Montreal and Simon Senek of Slovakia. There's a steal in on goal and chipped off the far post as Lukas Reichel gets the opportunity for Germany on the 4-on-4.
Boy, did he stride in there and create some space for himself, but couldn't get his second hand on the stick, and that close.
Reichel carries in, wrist shot, and Karel Vejmelka will make the save and hang on. Talked about Reichel's numbers in the American Hockey League, and he chips this one on the blocker side of the right-handed catching Vejmelka and just chips it off the outside of the post right there. Vejmelka, one of 7 right-handed catching goaltenders to play in the NHL this year. 119 goaltenders saw action in the NHL this year.
Well, the quirkiest stat that I experienced doing color commentary for the Seattle Kraken this season, the Kraken played in 6 consecutive games against right-handed catching goaltenders. Vejmelka twice, Logan Thompson twice. It went on from there, but I had never seen that before. 6 games in a row with a righty in net.
Vejmelka got off to the shaky start, got hooked against Sweden. Here comes Gavanka with a good quick shot. So Germany, the last 4 or 5 minutes here, starting to pick up the offensive part of the game. Schmeichel brings it back. Schmeichel dropped it back. David Kampf jumps onto a loose puck. It gets away from him, and Fishbook will play it back, and Wiesman will take it behind his own goal. Gets away, or trying to get away from Schmeichel. He'll play it back. Taken by Stefan Leubel. And back in for Leon Gavanka. And that will bring period number 1 to an end.
Well, the first note for the coach of Germany, guys, stay out of the penalty box, wasn't followed, and Czechia gets 2 power play goals.
So goals by David Pasternak and Roman Cervenka, and Czechia with a 2-0 lead.
shot on goal in the first period. Team Czechia 7, Team Germany 5. Laukaukset valikolta oli ensimmäisessä Tsekki 7, Saksa 5. In counterattack, the score between Team Sweden and Team Canada is 2-0 in the first period. Tampereella ottelu Ruotsi-Kanada ensimmäisessä erässä tilanteessa 2-0.
Germany.
Game back in return. Thank you for your cooperation. Arvoisa yleisö, jääkiekon Ducks. If a puck flies the stands, please return into the low. Ja 17 Filip Hronek. Ylivoimainen aika 10.04.
Come on, guys, you can do better. 1, 2, 3.
Team Czechia number 46 and great team. Huimanen.
Here you go, let's go. Down. Let's go, boys. Move! Move! Watch your sack! Move it! Move it! Stack! 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 Okay. Heads up! Heads up! Watch your sack! Let's go, Jake. Let's go, Jake. Easy, boys. Move it. Play the puck. Play the puck. Okay, okay. Move, guys. Let's go.
Ja 17 Filip Hronek. Ylivoimainen aika 10. Ja 17 Filip Hronek. Ylivoimainen aika 10. Krejci ja 17 Filip Hronek. Ylivoimainen aika 10. Team Czechia, number 46, and Krejci. Team Czechia, number 46, and Krejci.
Die ist auch nicht da. Also beide, die ist nicht da. Sondern einfach, ich glaube, hinter das Tor oder so in den Banken. Weil der andere kommt an einer anderen Bahn, also ganz weit drüben. Und wir erwarten nur, dass wir den Lied spielen. Kommt von heute, hä? Mit das offen. Vielleicht einfach. Wir brauchen halt unseren Wort. Wenn es hier hinterm Kopf bremsen oder sonst nicht. Keine Ahnung. Ja, oder einfach fressen oder kurzen Banken oder so.
Oj, Michaczku! Chodź, no. Ona Henryku. Chodź, Henryku, podaj scenie. Super, hele. Tam ještě 4 hrám. Kolik tam ještě hrám?
Willi Heck.
Wir haben genug Zeit, Wechsel für Wechselarbeiten für das Spiel. Ne? Laufen, was haben wir noch? 20 Sekunden. Ja, komm, Boys.
Shots were only 7-5 in that opening period in favor of Czechia. 2 of those shots found the back of the net. A goal and an assist for Roman Cervenka, so he now has the outright scoring lead at this World Championship as he jumps ahead of Dennis Mulligan of Switzerland. Of course, Switzerland will be in action tonight. Switzerland and USA in the other quarter.
5-on-5 played. Germany came on, but the 2-0 power play lead by Czechia is a little daunting.
So 4-on-4 continues for another 25 seconds. And Michael Kempney will take this back into his own zone. Kempney 7 minutes and 16 or 51 seconds in that opening period led Czechia, followed by Philip Hronek at 7:15, and not a surprise, Moritz Seider led Germany in ice time in that opening period at 7:15. Tomáš Hertl tried to get that cross ice for Blumel. Fodel breaks it up and plays it back. And circling back is Moritz Seider. Puts on the brakes. Seider with a great year, 50 points in 82 games for the Detroit Red Wings, number 6 overall in 2019. Seider will send it in. World Championship best defenseman last year in Riga, SHL Defenseman of the Year, 18-19 German League Rookie of the Year in Mannheim. Corbinian Holzer will circle back in behind Philip Grubauer. Talk about Grubauer's numbers with Seattle coming off last year, the 2021 season. Just a brilliant year with the Colorado Avalanche. 1.95 and a .922 save percentage on an Avalanche team that went through a fair number of injuries.
Yeah, led the NHL that year, 2 years ago in shutouts with 7. Only 2 this past season with Seattle, both on the road.
Plachta trying to get a loose puck, drops it back. Ehlers will send it across, and Jonas Mueller for Matthias Plachta. Gets to center and sends it in. Karel Vejmelka will come out and plays it up the boards, trying to get that all the way up for Schmeichel, and never did get to him. Plachta blocked it. Plachta and Kondratik all tied up in behind the net. And the pass, and Gavanka will chase this down. Gavanka with Cernak in after him. Cernak and Michael Spacek almost rotate. Last game Spacek played, Cernak did not. They both dress. And in this game, Cernak is out there, number 12, and we have yet to see Michael Spacek. Gavanka. He'll send this up at center. In across, wrist shot from that far side from Fodel, got turned away. Slap shot from the line is wide. Right goal, puts a backhander right through the crease. And Jakob Fleck will send it all the way back, and Wagner will go back for it. Wagner finds a little bit of room, gets to the red line and pumps it around the boards. Šimik is there. Šimik's pass blocked by Kastner. He'll play it down. Karashun spins, fires it wide. Holzer jumps in from the right point, trying to get around David Krejci. Jordan picks up the chase. Comes around for Cervenka, but Wagner's gonna hold it in. Sends it back down low to Maximilian Kastner, who plays in Munich. Gets wrapped up in the corner, Kurashan. Kastner there for Germany as they try and create some offensive zone time and some offensive chances, trailing 2-0.
They're gonna have to force Czechia to defend below the goal line, but they haven't got any shots from right near the hash marks. Everything's been to the outside. The things that are getting close get blocked.
Cross ice pass. Sklenicka jumping all the way down to the edge of the circle, getting that shot away, and Grubauer with the save.
I mentioned earlier in jest that the Czechia, if they had advanced stats for saucer passes, would leave in saucer passes per 60. They just love to elevate those passes.
Moritz Buehler, the captain of this team, sends it in. Sklenicka's back for it. Sklenicka taken to the backboards by Schmaltz. And Sklenicka slips away, sends it on for Zohorna. No room for him, so he'll circle back. Now chips it in deep, and Michael Kempney will chase it down. Kempney and Mueller. Mueller plays it around for Gavanka. He'll send it back to the blue line, but Fishbook couldn't get it. Gavanka gets squeezed out in the corner by Zohorna. Drop back for Tomáš Hertl. Tomáš Hertl. Rink wide it comes for Hronek. Hronek into the slot. Zohorna plays it back for Skotka. Now for Hronek and back for Skotka. Takes it down and plays it back at the blue line. Vrana on for Hronek. Down for Skotka. And back for Hronek with the wrister. That never got through. hit a body in front, may have got off Moritz Müller. But Czechia will hold it in. Hronek as they start to change in the offensive zone. Away from Leubel. Poked it away from Gavanka and taken by Vrana. Back for Hronek, jams it to the short side. Kemp was there, so was Schmeichel. This has been a long shift for Philip Hronek. Müller off the boards, but there to pick it off was Kondratek. Has a man in front, that was Vrana. Vrana chipped it wide.
Been an even longer shift for the German defenseman. Müller stuck out there. Together with Gavanko, took a hit earlier in this shift and was shaken up.
Kondratek gets away from Schmaltz. Radim Šimik will hustle to a loose puck and play it back to the near corner. Moritz Müller trying to send it up. That was intercepted. Down low for Schmeichel. In front it comes for Cernok, and that shot blocked. Fishbook and Cernok after him. Vrana digs it loose. Last two shifts here have been all in the German zone.
Well, it's just one shift for Germany. Is two times Gavanka and Müller have had the puck and they couldn't get it out. They're just too tired.
It's the long change here in the second. Kondratek down for Stransky. Stransky trying to center it, and this is off a leg. Stransky at center will slam it in.
Bokta was talking to the defenseman as the shift was going on, saying, go to the bench, I got you covered. Neither defenseman can get there.
Krejci, Sklenička, and that shot blocked by Plachta. Sklenička on it again. Stransky plays it back for Krejci, on for Sklenička, and finally Grubauer is going to find this through traffic, and Philip Grubauer is going to hang on to it. He's going to go for a little skate.
Janni. No hyvät naiset ja herrat, tätä turnausta ei olisi mahdollista järjestää ilman satoja vapaaehtoisia, ja sen takia haluamme valita yhden vapaaehtoisen joka ottelussa. The volunteer of the game is Janni, and she works with Miracle, for example, and helps Miracle out, so Miracle knows where to go and when. So let's all thank Janni now by shouting Janni. When I say kiitos, I say kiitos, you say Janni. Kiitos! Kiitos! Once again, kiitos! Thank you, kiitos Janni, and thank you, kiitos audience.
So Czechia down 2-0 in Germany without Tim Stützle. We talked about Moritz Seider in the 18-19 season, the German League Rookie of the Year with Adler Mannheim. He played there as a youngster, as did Tim Stützle. But in 1920 season, when Tim Stützle played in Mannheim, Moritz Müller was in the American Hockey League that season. David Krejci will face off against Michaelis. Spent this past season with the Toronto Marlies after the previous year with the Vancouver Canucks. Korbinian-Holzer will slam this in, and he was hoping for Yashin Ailets to get there first, but it is an icing call against Germany.
Holzer, the 34-year-old, spent some time in Toronto with the Maple Leafs, the Anaheim Ducks, and then finished his NHL career with Nashville. Over 200 games there, went to the KHL, then Mannheim, where he's been there this past season previous. Steady defenseman, take the body first, that sort of thing.
Mannheim a winner in 2015 and 2019. Munich won it in 16, 17, and 18.
Thought you were going to go back to 97, 98, 99, and 2001, where I had the pleasure of 4 championships with Adler Mannheim, putting them on the map.
Fun days.
Very fun days. Drive a Porsche on the Autobahn, go win some games in Friedrichspark, which is the old arena. They have a new SAP arena, which is one of the nicest in Germany. They're trying to figure out this icing call that will stay at center ice.
Berlin, the last 2 years, the DEL champion. They didn't really finish the 2021. It got called. I think they eventually just kind of declared that Munich was the winner.
Well, here's how it's been. The last 25 champions in the DEL, 20 of them have either been won by Adler Mannheim, Munich, or Eisbären, who won the last 2 years.
Shot from Wagner, that didn't get through. And right back for Blumel. Blumel with the shot. Grubauer the save on the short side. And your playoff ice time and points is still right up there.
Well, that's top 5 in playoff points, but you know, that was 15 years ago.
Still there, though.
Still there. Thomas Hertl got tied up on that faceoff and went right to the bench and is sitting at the end talking with the doctor. He looks uncomfortable.
Schmeichel will play it back into his own end for Sklenicka. For Radim Šimik and on for Schmeichel. Schmeichel will hit the line. Some Western Hockey League action for him and Moose Jaw and Kamloops. And it gets turned over and Schmaltz will send it on for Moritz Seider. Seider on for Stefan Leubel. Stopped at center by David Kemp. Seider back into his own end to get pressured there by Schmeichel. And then Schmeichel with a big hit on the far side on Wagner. Seider works it to the line, deflected in by Mueller. Back for it, Sklenicka. Spent a year in Laval and Montreal's farm team. Started the following year and then headed back to Europe. In across for Stransky, dishes it off. Quick shot there by Jakob Fleck, and that got turned aside. Second World Championship for Jakob Fleck. Had a couple of goals last year in Riga. Maximilian Kastner back for Germany. Mueller trying to send that one through. 75th World Championship game for Moritz Mueller, number 91 for Germany. This is his 10th World Championship. He has spent, since 2002, been in the Cologne Sharks system. There's a look at Tomas Hertl.
That right leg got fallen onto. Nobles was trying to come in to get the puck, and Hertl's right leg took the brunt of it. He's still flexing it out of the bench.
So we'll keep an eye on that. David Krejci comes out. Krejci coming into this game had won 68 of 100 faceoffs, and now there's a penalty coming up to Czechia as Matthias Plachta is shaken up and making his way back to the German bench.
He got knocked over at that face-off.
Number 10, minor penalty.
And this is just undisciplined. There's a cross-check from Plachta and then a cross-check back. Cervenka. So a couple of battles at face-offs have left some casualties, and the roughing call to number 10 puts Germany on their first power play of the evening.
Kari Jalonen not thrilled in behind the Czechia bench. We mentioned this earlier that Tony Soderholm, the coach of Germany, played for Kari Jalonen in Helsinki. They won a championship there as player coach, but he said the one thing, and we've heard this a couple of times in this tournament, the one thing Kari Jalonen has brought to the Czechia team is discipline. They don't take as many penalties as they used to. And this will get sent in. So Germany to the power play. Power play that was number 2 through the preliminary round at 34.7%. Switzerland, who will play against the United States in the second game, the second quarterfinal. Their power play was number 1 through the preliminary round.
Germany scored a power play goal in every game but one through Group A play.
And on the other side of that ledger, Czechia's penalty kill, 80.9%. They killed 17 of 21. Off the skate, Seider will leave it there for Michaelis. Michaelis sends it across for Aelitz. Aelitz will play it back up top. Wiesman back for Matthias Plachta. So Plachta back on after getting shaken up in that altercation with Cervenka. Seider, up top it goes. Gavanka doesn't shoot it. Sends it back for Matthias Plachta. His shot that ticked off a stick and went over top the net. To the line, kept in by Gavanka. On for Seider. Seider looking high, glove side on the right-handed, catching Pavelka, and he whipped it over top the net. Back for Plachta. Pressured there by Šimik. Plachta on for Aelitz. Gavanka for Seider. And just getting a piece of that was Zahorna, and then he gets enough of it to clear it back to the Germany blue line.
That pass had to be faster and harder.
Back in for Marcel Nobles. Swings it around for Fishbook. Power play continues for another dozen seconds. Back it comes at the line. Nobles the blast. Wiesman with Zahorna after him. Wiesman plays it back for Marcel Nobles. Doesn't shoot it. Plays it back for Fishbook, the shot. And Karel Vejmelka will take that in the paint and hang on to it just as the power play expires. 2-0 Czechia with the lead. Fans enjoying this quarterfinal match. Czechia up by a count of 2-0 with a couple of first period power play goals.
Here in the Helsinki Ice Hall. And in Finnish, it's the Petolulia called the Beast Cave. IIHF plays all their hockey here, and it's a lot more intimate, and the fans are right on top of the action.
Face-off will be in the Czechia zone. To the right of Karel Vejmelka. Came into this game at 1.53 goals against average. A .929 save percentage, but got off to a shaky start. He got hooked in the game against Sweden. Boy, after that, he has been lights out for Czechia. And another penalty coming as Corbini and Holzer will go to the penalty box for taking down Roman Cervenka.
So just 2 minutes and 30 seconds after Germany had their only power play and couldn't convert. Now it's Holzer, another tripping call. Cervenka, this is below the goal line. And it'll put this daunting Czechia power play to work. They move the puck around quickly. They interchange and end up in many spots along the ice. Here's an interference call that was converted from this passing play. If there was 2 more players on the ice, they would have touched the puck too.
Still not 100% confirmed where this championship will be next year. Hungary and Slovenia are the 2 countries that are coming in. Off a leg, scores! A fortuitous bounce. The Czechia power play is good enough. It doesn't need fortuitous bounces. But off a skate and right onto the tape of David Krejci, 3-0 Czechia with 3 power play goals.
That took 12 seconds for Czechia. Won the face-off, moved it around below the goal line, back to the point. Here's the shot that goes off the skate and right to Krejci. And if you're Philip Grubauer, being this aggressive isn't helping, and that is All those feelings you don't want to have as a tender, facing your own net, trying to make a stop. And Krejci continues to put the points on the board. And Czechia continues to show why their power play shouldn't be put out on the ice.
Second goal of the championship for David Krejci, his first on the power play. He came in with 7 points, so it is a 3-point game for David Krejci. Just under 1,000 NHL games played for him. A goal and 2 assists now. And Czechia has used the power play to take control of this game. Krejci from Pastrnak and Cervenka. So third point of the game for Cervenka. Second point of the game for David Krejci, or rather for David Pastrnak. Ehlitz for Germany. He'll drop it back. Wiesmann sends it back at the line. Jonas Mueller, poke check, and here comes Blumel racing for it, and Grubauer comes out and wins the foot race, or the skate race in this case. Michaelis will drop it back for Plachta. Plachta cuts in the shot, that's off the side of the net. Michaelis getting away, Stranichka's lost his stick, and Wagner can't hold this in.
That was the right gamble by Grubauer to get out there, as Czechia almost got caught with too many men on the ice.
Schmaltz, Gavanka, and on for Unger. Or Wagner, rather. Fabio Wagner sending this in, and Schimmick is backcourt. Stefan Leubel in on him. Leubel trying to work it to the side of the net. Fishbrook is in the high slot, comes back at the line for Wagner. Wagner on for Fishbrook, plays it deep, and therefore it is Radim Šimik. Gets it to the line, but not out. Gavanka will send it across. High pass in front of the net, scramble. Vejmelka's down and makes a big save off of Leubel. Stefan Leubel with that great opportunity at the end. And Vejmelka with another big stop. 3-0, Czechia with the lead. It stays 3-0 because Stefan Leubel had 2 chances, Dave, to elevate this puck and couldn't do it.
No, I mean, the idea of coming into a rebound is just get it off your stick in a hurry, but if he just wedges that stick and gets underneath the puck, the top of the net's open. Vejmelka was on his side.
Leubel will go back to Mannheim next season after 1 year in Skellefteå in the SHL. Big hit on the near side as Mueller stepped into Jakob Fleck. Kindratic will play it for Michael Kempny. And back for Kindratic. Up the middle. Cernak will go after this. Plays it on for Cervenka. Back to the line it comes. Shot through traffic. That got blocked. And Kindratic back into his own end. We have yet to see Tomas Hertl back out after getting shaken up. Pastrnak trying to split the defense. Cervenka sends it back for David Krejci. Krejci's cross-ice pass picked off by Plachta. Matthias Plachta in with Nobles cross-ice and off the glove and off the goalpost. Marcel Nobles with a great opportunity on an odd man rush with Matthias Plachta after Krejci's pass was picked off.
That sure looked like it went underneath and then bounced out. As
it did.
They're going to look at this for sure.
In across, Luke Reichel will drop it off. Marcel Nobles, the Flyer draft pick at one time, plays it back at the line for Mueller to the front of the net. And that got scooped away by Radim Šimik. Back across, there's Hertl back on the ice. Hronek with the wrist shot, that went wide. Šimik will send it back around the boards. Mueller's on it. Sends it across. Wrist shot from that far side from Fodel, didn't get through. Bounces to the front of the net, trying to get a whack at it there. Was Kurashan, could not, and it's cleared back out at center. Eel back in now. And Eel gets dumped there by Zahorna. And back up for Tomas Hertl, in for Schmeichel, save made. Grubauer with a big stop to keep this game perhaps in a reachable distance for Germany. Schmeichel on for Vrana. For David Kampf. Kampf will take it, kicked away by Grubauer. Schmeichel chases this down. Gawanka gets there first. Sends it around. Niesman will get it to center. That's as far as that play goes. And David Kampf will send it back for Michael Kempny. Under 3 to go here in the second period. Quarter-final action at the 2022 IIHF Men's World Hockey Championship. Pile up in the corner to the right of Vejmelka. Bodies fly. Well, it was set up there for Fishbrook, but he didn't have a stick.
Yeah, the forecheck continues to be better in this late second period for Germany. They just can't get anything negotiated with a clean shot towards Vejmelka. Other than that 2-on-1 that either went off the glove, the crossbar, or underneath and was a goal, but obviously they would have blown things down by now if they had looked at it. It was that close.
If by chance it did go in, we've got a lot of second period left when they rewind the clock.
Well, it's been a feverish work ethic by Germany, and that's part of their calling card. They will just work and work and work.
Kempny plays this up the middle. Jakob Fleck couldn't get anywhere. Corbinian Holzer back into his own end. Holzer turns up ice, sends it ahead for Ailitz. Ailitz with a little bit of room, lets the wrist shot go, and that ticked off the outside of the post. Cleared through center, too far for Cervenka, but Pasternak will chase it down. Tried to drop it for Cervenka. Cervenka gets tied up in the corner with Ailitz. Corbinian Holzer picks up the battle. Krejci sends it back. Sklenichka down for Pasternak. Back for Sklenichka, quickly across for Hronek. Hronek will send it right through Nobles and back at the line. Or Fodel, and grabbed off and cleared out through center. And back for it is Hronek. Into the final minute of period number 2.
Now it's Cervenka with a 3-point night, up to 14 points now in the tournament.
Dennis Mulligan was the leader coming into today's action. And Mulligan and Switzerland will take on Team USA in the second quarterfinal. This is going to be an icing call against Czechia with 34 seconds left in the period.
Good pace the last 4 or 5 minutes by Germany. Giveaway from Krejci is read well. Plachta's going to move it across. This one off the glove. Reaching across is Vejmelka. Oh, and the crossbar, right where it meets the post. He thinks it's in, Nobles does. I thought it was in too from our view, and this says clearly it did not go over the line. Man, that's close.
It ticks off the cheater on the catching glove of Karel Vejmelka. And then off the pipe, Muller back for Moritz Seider. Fishbook will play it back into his own. Stepping up at center to break that up was a Horna. He'll send it back in behind the net as Czechia now content to just get this second period done. Fishbook will bounce this one in. Skotka's going in after it. Centered back to the blue line. Is there time? Sider dishes it off. Shot saved. And the horn goes. A chance right at the horn for Germany.
Pamelka, the less busy of the two goaltenders, but made the best save in the hockey game to keep his team up 3-0.
2 power play goals in the first period, 1 more power play goal in the second period, and Czechia with a 3-0 lead on Germany.
Shots on a goal in the second period. Team Czechia 9, Team Germany 6. Laukauksen maalia kohti ottelun toisessa erässä Tsekki 9, Saksa 6.
volunteer of the game is Janni, and she does Miracle, for example, and helps Miracle out. So Miracle.
Go, go, go. Chip, chip, chip.
Reward today is Janni. No hyvät naiset ja herrat, tätä turnausta ei olisi mahdollista järjestää ilman satoja ja satosia.
Here we go, boys. Keep it up, keep it up. Heads up, heads up! Move it, play the puck! Play the puck, boys! Okay, okay, good. Hey, hey, good job, good job, good job. Good job, boys, keep it up.
It back and I freeze it, is that a penalty or no?
Which one? If your guy bring it back? Yeah, it's on the edge, so you gotta be careful. Heads up! Heads up! Nice hit! Nice hit! Number 5!
'46, good goal. 46, good goal.
Watch the blue! Come on, Matthias! Easy! Stick down! Push it! Push it! Easy, boys! Good, we're good, we're good, we're good!
Okay, okay. Good.
Philip Grubauer has faced 16 shots so far in this game. Karel Vejmelka has faced 12. And of the 12 he has faced, 3 came from Stefan Leubel in that one opportunity where he could not elevate it to get it across. 9 scoring points in this game, and those 9 scoring points belong to 4 players. Roman Cervenka has a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. Filip Hronek has an assist. David Krejci has a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. And David Pastrnak has a goal and an assist for 2 points.
And now do all their points 5-on-5.
Yep.
Zeros, because it's all power play points.
And here's where it gets, from a Germany standpoint, Roman Cervenka has 1 shot on goal and has a goal. David Krejci has a goal on 1 shot on goal. And David Pastrnak has a goal on 1 shot on goal. Michael Kempny, 13 minutes and 49 seconds of ice time through 2 periods for Czechia. So the 3rd period gets going, and Germany down by 3. Quarterfinal Thursday. This is the day you lose and you're done. Ehlitz gets it to center ice. Comes off a stick, and Krejci trying to play that up for Cervenka. Moritz Seider breaks it up and is back for Corbinian and Holzer. Holzer dishes it off. In across for Reichel. Tried to bust his way through, could not. This is drop back, slap shot. That's stopped and cleared. Lukas Reichel, whose dad is Martin Reichel. Corbinian Holzer. Tied up along the boards. Gets it back. Gets pressured there by Blumel. And he'll dish it off for Mueller and then get it back. and there will be player changes for both teams.
And Germany trying to control the pace and the tempo of this third period and want to get in on the forecheck if they can get it there.
Center ice and no further. Gavonka trying to break that play up. Sharp angle try by Jakub Brana. We've got a pile up in front of the net. Schmeichel is down. Gavonka is down.
A strange one there from Gavonka as he was felled and helped out Grubauer with that puck not going underneath the both of them. It was a giveaway in the neutral zone, and Gavonka's going to get knocked off from Schmeichel. And as this comes towards the net, it's going to hit both those bodies. Schmeichel's going to dig away at it, but it's covered up.
Schmeichel probably very fortunate that he didn't pick up a minor penalty, and I think that's what Leon Gavonka is trying to say there.
Gavonka taken by the Winnipeg Jets in the 2017 draft.
Just finished his third season with the Manitoba Moose. David Kampf wins the faceoff back for Sklenicka. That is Sklenicka's fourth shot on goal in this game, and Grubauer has that in his glove.
And Czechia has won 20 of 28 faceoffs now in this hockey game. And so if you want to get yourself back into a hockey game and it's not going to come via the power play, Germany has only had one opportunity 5-on-4, then you want to win faceoffs and start attacking with speed, and they haven't been able to do that. Yes, it's early here in the third period, but sooner or later they're going to have to chip into this 3-0 deficit.
USA, Switzerland the next game. Jeremy Swayman expected to start for Team USA. His Boston teammate Linus Ullmark. Canada outshot Sweden 18-1 in the second period. There's another save by Grubauer. He'll hang on. 18-1. The only goal in the period went to Sweden. Linus Ullmark, who came in after the start. We talk a lot about Finland's goaltending, and it's very, very good with Jussi Olkinuora and Harri Sateri. Sweden's goaltending has been pretty good too.
It has been. They've rotated through their three goaltenders, but the last handful of games for Sweden has been mostly Hellberg and then Ullmark coming in this one.
And then in this game, Karel Vejmelka, we touched on this earlier, who had the shaky start against Sweden, got the hook. And ever since then has been absolutely brilliant in goal for Czechia.
He's allowed 3 goals in his last 4 starts.
Jammed up on the boards on the far side. Are they going to get a stoppage? Nope. Pops loose, and Sklenicka will chase it down. Sends it on for Schmeichel. Schmeichel got bumped and knocked down by Moritz Seider. Kurashan takes this wide, puts on the brakes against Jordan. Kurashan will bank it back at the line. Moritz Muller with the blast. That never got through. And on the near side, Stransky will shovel this out at center and out. 3 years with the Saskatoon Blades for Mate Stransky. He was in the 2013 Memorial Cup. Won a Calder Cup with Texas. There's a slap shot off a stick, off a glove. And it just slithers wide, blocker side.
That went off Jordan. He blocked the shot earlier on the leg, and this one goes off his left wrist. Number 47 to the bench in the top of your screen.
Missed the last game, banged up a little bit, back in action for this quarterfinal game, and now he heads to the bench in some discomfort. So Germany had a couple of chances late in the second. A chance here early in the third, but it remains 3-0. Reichel trying to get that on the near side boards, does. Lucas Reichel lets the shot go, deflected up high as Wagner got a stick on it. And now back for David Pastrnak. Pastrnak weaves his way in, puts on the brakes, spins it for David Krejci. Krejci gets taken to the sideboards by Reichel, and the puck squirts loose, and Nobles is on it. Marcel Nobles will play it back into his own end. Plays in Berlin. Spent some time in the Western Hockey League on the west coast of the United States with Seattle and Portland, most of it Seattle. A Philadelphia draft pick in 2011, couple of seasons in the minors. and then back to Europe, and Quarterfinals is going to hang on to this.
Nobles was the DEL Player of the Year in 21 and 1920. Here's the shot up the left wrist of Mikhail Jordan, and almost goes in. This squeaks past the post. Plachta has got a heck of a one-timer, and Jordan is still being looked at by the team doctor on the bench. Off the outside part of the skate of Vejmelka as well.
And looking back at the German bench to try and find the man who shot my paw. Slapped around the boards and out the center ice it goes. Mueller lays it back into his own end. Leubel looking for a little bit of room. Dumps it off for Mueller. And Jonas Mueller up the ice. Stefan Leubel after it. This gets dumped back in. Kondratek is on it. Kondratek chips it for the up on the left side for Zahorna. Wiesman breaks it up. And now a blast that got blocked. And now Leubel to the bench along with his mates on the change. Pass back to the line is a misfire. And this will slide all the way back into the Germany end of the ice.
That last block shot was Kondratek off his right hand. So the Czechia defenseman getting in the way of shots, but could be costly.
David Kamp breaks this up at center. And Moritz Seider back for it. Drops it back for Moritz Mueller. Mueller winds his way to center, chips a backhander in. Kempny will go back for it. Kempny is on for Hronek. And Hronek will skate this out of harm's way and send it back into the Germany end of the ice.
They'll get to a point where you just give the green light to Seider and allow him to wind up and try to make it through the neutral zone as Czechia is going 3 stacked across and then 2 defensemen backing in.
A goal and 6 points in the tournament for Seider. Matthias Plachta trying to play that down low. 3 goals in this World Championship for him. But it's turned over and on it is Hronek. Hronek finally picking up his first point of this World Championship in the opening period on a power play. 2019, he had 3 goals and 11 points. Last year in Riga had a goal and 4 points. Back in across for Stransky, away from him with the shot is Cervenka with a 3-point game in this contest to take over the scoring lead in the World Championship. 3-0 favor of Czechia. Czechia looking to advance to the semifinals. A 3-0 lead here. Back to Quarterfinals for a second. Since getting taken out in the Sweden game, and at the end of the second period of this game, has stopped 89 of 92 for a .967 save percentage.
Turning it on at the right time. He had a tough season with the Arizona Coyotes, got pulled 8 times, led the NHL in losses with 32. And I bet you he's just enjoying watching that top line that's out there now do their thing.
Jordan in some discomfort still at the Czechia bench. Nobles trying to get it back to the line. Pasternak got knocked down as Jonas Mueller is in from the line. Goes across and gives Kempney a bump. Puck gets sent across, but Krejci's there to break it up. David Krejci will carry it back in. 962 games for David Krejci as a member of the Bruins. Hronek trying to get that on for Krejci. Comes back at the line for Kempney, a bit of a knuckler. And knocked down and taken by Holzer.
Krejci's got that 2011 Stanley Cup to have as a memory of his time in the NHL.
Twice led the playoffs in scoring with the Bruins. Slap shot from Schmaltz. Seider to the front of the net, trying to get a stick on that was Schmaltz. Didn't get enough of it. Centering pass intercepted, and Šimek is back. Šimek with the right wing pass finds Tomas Hertl. And Hertl taking a look to see who's with him, then goes off the stick of Moritz Seider and cleared right back out at center ice. Šimek sends it on to the line. Blumel for Heinik Zahorna. Zahorna circles in the corner. Lost his footing in a battle there with Moritz Seider, and back up the ice it comes. Michaelis trying to go across ice. Ailets to the front of the net looking for Michaela. Back to the line, Michaelis for Seider. Seider sends it back for Michaelis. The shot never got through. Scramble in front, and Ailets with an opportunity. And again, Vejmelka comes across.
That's a smart read by Vejmelka. As earlier on the 2-on-1, it wasn't converted. This is going to get thrown towards the net and deflected down. Lakta is going to move it across, and Ailets is there. Look at the poke check by Vejmelka. Tomas Hertl is back to help out as well. So Yashin Ailets can't flood this. Doesn't even find a hole on the goaltender. Ailets has 3 goals, but hasn't scored for a couple of games.
This will get flipped up at center ice. Ryan Graves has Canada on the board. It's 3-1. That was Ailets' first shot on goal in this game. He came into this game with 17 to lead Germany in the shots on goal department, but throughout this tournament, Germany just unable to manufacture a lot of shots on goal. It got them into the quarterfinal. They had the best shots on goal to goals ratio in this tournament, but came in with only 169 shots on goal, the fewest of any quarterfinal team. So Canada finally solving Linus Ullmark. Lukas Reichel plays it back at the line. Shot by Corbinian Holzer, and Cernak blocked that, and he's slow to get up. So some of the shot blocks here in the third period for Czechia doing some damage. There's another shot block. Stransky got in front of it. Jakob Fleck trying to get it out of his own zone, does. And Mueller at center will play it back for Holzer. On for Reichel. Lukas Reichel gets a bump there from Michael Kempney. And Germany will have to take it back for a regroup, and it's turned over at center. Pasternak ripped it, Grubauer the save. And back up the ice for Reichel. He'll drop it back for Fodel. Fodel tried to put it through for Nobles, had a stick lifted, and Pasternak sends Tomas Hertl away. Hertl back for Pasternak, tried a bit of a toe drag, and Seider wasn't buying what Pasternak was trying to sell. Grubauer will leave it behind his own net. Into the back half of the third period here. Long shot in on Karel Vejmelka, and we're going to get a stoppage in play and a face-off in the Czechia end of the ice. 9:49 on the clock. It's 3-0 Czechia.
In this game, but a quick reminder that there's another game coming up later today. Switzerland against the USA. Tickets still available at the box office. And if you don't want to watch this game over here, you can check it out in the fan zone as well in a mall of Tripla with other ice hockey fans. Tänään vielä toinen matsi tulossa illalla myöhemmin, kun Sveitsi kohtaa USA. Ja vielä on lippuja jäljellä, ja lipputiskin kauttahan tuohon matsiin pääsee. Ja toinen vaihtoehto on mennä katsomaan.
Cernok on the bench after blocking that shot. Seems to be all right. Mikhail Yerdon blocked a shot with his hand. This is the 4th World Championship for David Pastrnak. He has never advanced past the quarterfinals with Czechia, and 9:49 left here in the 3rd period to try and accomplish that feat, and he's done his part with a 2-point game, 3-point game for Roman Cervenka, 3-point game for David Krejci. Matej Blumel, 8 points coming into this game for Czechia, and also a +7 coming into this game, which was 3rd best in the World Championship. Out there now with Zahorna and Tomáš Hertl. Wiesman will get the center and flip it in. Kondratic plays it off the boards. Verana couldn't handle it cleanly in front of the net. And now a penalty is coming up. Michaelis and Plachta were both in front of the net. And it wasn't a clean play, and then the feet get taken out from under Michaelis. And Kondratic is getting a tripping penalty that he doesn't like.
Trying to battle in front as the puck gets sent there. Wiesman finds his balance, gets it towards Plachta. And the right skate of Kondratic drags and puts down Matthias Plachta. Ilonen was about to argue the call and then realized that it really was a trip after all. And so Germany's going to use their timeout here. Make sure everyone's fresh. Plachta's a very big part of their power play with that one-timer off the side. And so they'll draw up a play. They've got to move the puck more quickly. It's been crisp, but just faster puck movement.
Corey Murphy, one of the assistants, born in Canada, played in Colgate, played in Finland, played in Switzerland, played in Sweden, played in the KHL. Coaches here in Helsinki, and he is one of the assistant coaches. There's Tom Rowe, American-born assistant coach Jessica Campbell, born in Moosomin, Saskatchewan, the home of the Big Red Barn.
Nice.
Can't drive by there without stopping in.
That's the next thing for Germany, is to produce their own coaches. I played 10 years there, and the most success under North American coaches or Canadian coaches.
Team is Czechia, number 84.
So 2nd power play of the hockey game for Germany. And a face-off win, and it's cleared.
With the empty net, they almost have that one. It hits off the side of the net. So 6-on-4 here. This is a calculated risk, but they got to get on the board.
With under 9 to go, cross ice for Nobles. Nobles sends it back at the line. Plachta will play it for Gavanka, back for Plachta. That got blocked by Skotka. Nobles plays it back for Plachta. Back for Nobles. Matthias Plachta on for Leon Gavanka. Back for Plachta, back for Gavanka. Rip that slap shot wide. Nobles. So 6-on-4 on this power play for Germany. Slap shot by Seider. That got blocked by Šimik. Seider on it again to the goal line. Centered in front of the bumper play. Nobles having trouble settling that puck down. Gets it back for Plachta and back for Gavanka. And back for Plachta, one-timer, and that's turned away. Skotka races to it, but it ends up on the stick of Nobles. He'll play it cross ice at the line. It comes for Gavanka. Vodal jamming at it, scramble. Pavelka down, it's behind him, and it's cleared before anyone in a German uniform could jam it home. Played down and back up top from Seider for Plachta. The shot save made Pavelka. And the rebound, Schmeichel dives, can't get it out. Plachta off the corner boards. Grabbed off by Vodal. Plays it for Seider. Gavanka, Plachta. Nobles at the goal line. Up top. Gavanka and Plachta play catch. Down for Nobles again. Just no shooting lane. Power play is over. Plachta with the shot, it's blocked. And Kondratic out of the box thought it was going to come to him in neutral ice, but it didn't. It's kept in. Plachta on for Gavanka and on for Moritz. Seider under 7 to go here in the 3rd. Net remains empty. Centering pass, that got blocked at the side of the net by Kondratek. Šimik is after it, getting there first. Gavonka back for Seider, ripped it, high glove, missed the net. Plachta, Seider. Back for Plachta and back for Seider. This has been a long shift for everyone except Kondratek. Deflected up front of the net and just wide.
If they wanted to, they could do a quick change and get the goalie back in the net and not be so costly. I mean, they're going all in here, of course, but I don't know.
Plachta plays it down. Back to the lane. Gavonka scores! Tipped in the high slot. And Germany is on the board, and it is a tired bunch of players that will go to the Germany bench for the high five, but also to the Czechia bench. They've been out for the entire penalty kill and the time that's elapsed since.
This is Seider finally getting a shot through after a lot of give and go. And it slips between the pads of Vejmelka. Nobles to Plachta, back to the point to Seider, and look at this shot. Right through everybody. 3 levels of a screen. And not down in time is Vejmelka. The power play was at 9:10 on the clock. The goal went in at 6:12. Almost 3 full minutes of puck movement, and Germany's got their first.
So Gavonka and Moritz Seider switched spots there, and it was Seider, yes, that ripped that shot from the line. And it finds its way in. Grubauer back in nets. So Seider from Marcel Nobles and Matthias Plachta.
Not a power play goal, although they have the goaltender pulled for the extra man, and they kept getting the shots through, but the puck recovery was allowing them to keep every play alive.
Here's a break for Krejci with Pasternak. Back to Krejci, back to Pasternak, and Philip Grubauer makes a huge save on a 2-0. Kempny at the line. How big is that save going to be? Back for Krejci. Krejci to Pasternak, and again Grubauer shuts it down on the short side, and we will get a stoppage in play. And a much-needed break. 3-1, Czechia with the lead. So the long shift, my math may not be that good, 2 minutes and 58 seconds.
It's excellent.
It was the same players on the ice other than Kondratek, who had the 58-second shift when he came out of the penalty box.
Well, Philip Grubauer makes an outstanding save against two best players for Czechia.
Shot deflected in front. Grubauer makes the stop.
Go back to the second period when it was 3-0 for Czechia, and Germany had a 2-on-1. Plachta and Nobles, they couldn't convert. Here's a Raka Richard winner from a couple of seasons ago. Pasternak can't get it past the blocker of Philip Grubauer.
That's a big-time save by Grubauer to keep this a 2-goal game with under 5 to go.
I was watching him in warm-ups, and he was doing the splits, and he stayed there for a whole minute, and then he touched his forehead to the ice. I'm like, oh, that is some good Flexibility.
At the line, wrist shot, glove save. And Vejmelka will hang on. Earlier in that power play, they had it in behind Vejmelka a couple of times. There's Tony Soderholm, the coach of this German team, but they just couldn't bat it in.
Well, they're going to sneak Grubauer out, although I think everybody in the building can see it.
So back to 6 attackers with 4:40 to go, and it's the same crew that is on the ice for Germany. Sent around the boards, and this will go all the way down, and it's going to be an icing call.
Earlier in the hockey game and early in this third period, Czechia was much better in the face-off circle. I mentioned last time they had won 20 of 28. But now with the extra man out there, Germany has stacked this face-off dot with Seider being ready to jump in on any win, quick puck movement, and get it to the net.
Bouncing puck cleared out the center. Plachta knocked that out of midair. Not sure if that would have found the empty net or not, but it was headed in that direction.
Vrana with the backhand and then swatted to the neutral zone.
Cross it goes just beyond the reach of Fodel. Skotka's after it. Leaves it there. Skladicka on the backhand will lift it down, and Gavonka's going to chase it back. So 3-1 here for Czechia, 3-1 in Tampere as Sweden leads Canada. Fodel comes back in, takes a bump from Šimik, and the puck is controlled with Nobles. Down for Fodel. Nobles for Krejci, back to the line for Plachta, for Gavonka, and on for Seider. Seider will get that pass back from Fodel. To the short side it goes, loose puck, they bang away at it. Again, it is in behind Vejmelka, but it does not get across the goal line, and Lukas Reichel looks skyward.
This is off the crossbar again. Bump pass down low off the skates and kicked out front. Reichel gets a stick on it here over the shoulder of Vejmelka. Kisses the crossbar and lands in the blue paint, and no one can get at it in a German jersey. So a couple of crossbars in this game for Germany, that close to making it a one-goal game.
They have had some chances. Well, they wanted to get the puck to the net more than they have in some previous games in this World Championship, and they have. Started with a loss to Canada, and then racked off 5 straight wins, Germany did, before losing in that shootout to Switzerland in the final game of the preliminary. So they finished 5-2. Offside called at the line.
Germany up to 22 shots now. A shot away from tying Czechia in that regard. 2 goals away from tying Czechia on the scoreboard. Neutral zone face-off, Grubauer back into the net. Once they can control it, Germany will go back to 6-on-5, one would think.
Even the game that they scored the 9 goals in, when they beat Italy 9-4, they only had 26 shots on goal. Puck is bouncing at center. Cervenka, Grubauer's back in. Krejci will send this in behind the net, and now 3 left here in the third period. Fishbrook circles back into his own zone. Winds his way to the near side, snaps it in. Kondratik takes it, and Kondratik will play it right back out. Did this go clean out?
I went on the bench.
Ah.
So that close to maybe a delay of game, puck over the glass, but the glass behind the bench, the same level as along the near boards before it gets to the netting area. And Tony Soderholm, the 44-year-old, thought it might have cleared the glass. Another big face-off.
Tomáš Hertl wins this one. Hronek puts it up the board. Seider's there to block it off. Seider and Hronek, Detroit teammates. Back to the line, it gets away from Plachta. 6 attackers again. Ooh, almost turned over there. Schmeichel almost knocked that out of midair. Plachta plays it back in behind for Leon Gavanka. Winds his way to center, there's the drop. 6 on 5 here, poked away at the line by Tomáš Hertl. Seider will send it back for Gavanka. He'll drop it back for Plachta. Matthias Plachta sends it across, and now 2 minutes left to go in regulation. And this is going to be an icing call as David Pastrnak took a shot at the empty net from his own side of center.
Well, you've got the young Moritz Seider, the 21-year-old. You've got Lukas Reichel, the 20-year-old. Those two have NHL experience. Key on this push here late. And then the veteran, Matthias Plachta.
Tim Stützle, by the way, injured earlier in this tournament, just played 3 games. Schmeichel at the empty net, scores. So Schmeichel will put this one to bed with his first of this tournament.
Well, a valiant effort by Germany, but spotting Czechia, the 3-0 lead via 3 power play goals. About halfway through the hockey game, spelled their demise. Contested face-off, Schmeichel continues on, and then he's able to get it past the last line of defense for Germany, with Grubauer on the bench for the 3rd time in this hockey game in this 3rd period. Gavanka can't block it. And Czechia and David Pastrnak are moving on.
Schmeichel will play in the SHL next season and gets the empty netter that should put this one away.
Czechia 4 goals, scored by number 67,
So Jordan back on the ice, so that's good news. He was injured earlier. Mikhail Jordan missed the Finland game and blocked a shot with his hand earlier.
Well, Germany, after their impressive 4th finish last year, finished 6th in 2019, up from 11th the year before. Headed in the right direction, but Tim Stützle is such a big part of their game. He had 2 power play assists through 6.5 periods. Injured against France in the 1st period, out of the tournament. And that would be a player that would be out in the final minutes of any game Germany plays internationally.
Fishbook chased back into his own zone. So Germany finishing 2nd in Group A with 16 points behind Switzerland. Switzerland, who almost a perfect tournament, 20 of 21 possible points for Switzerland. And Switzerland and Team USA will meet in the next quarterfinal game. Michaelis knocked away from him. Back to the line for Mueller. Will play it in behind for Michaelis. Quick shot from the far side. From Kurashon, that goes out the center ice. Again, the net empty here for Germany. But down 3. In across. Stefan Leubel lets the shot go, sails around the boards. Gavanka, good battle to hold it in. Gets it down for Leubel. Stays on it. It's roughed up there by big Tomáš Hertl. Back at the line, Gavanka sends a bouncing puck for Matthias Plachta. Plachta got pressured but holds it in. Bodel lays it down for Moritz Seider. Seider to the side of the net. And Šimik will send this down the ice, and that will be the hockey game as Germany will not chase for the icing call. Down 3, and the power play did the damage for Czechia.
Czechia played to their strengths in this hockey game. Germany couldn't mount a ferocious enough forecheck until the latter part of the 2nd period and most of the 3rd. But at that point, Czechia had outdistanced the Germans via the special teams. And Philipp Grubauer did everything he could to try to keep this game close. But in the end, the Czechs will move on.
The penalties in the first period by Germany were costly, as Czechia finished 3 for 3 on the power play, and a German power play that was good during the preliminary round went 0 for 2 in this game. It came into this game at 34.7%, which was second best in this World Championship next to Switzerland, but unable to capitalize, as Czechia now on the penalty kill, killing off 19 of 23, which is over 80%. And for the first time, with David Pastrnak in the lineup, Czechia will advance to the semifinals. This is the 4th try for Pastrnak to get past the quarters, and that will happen with this 4-1 win over Czechia. So we will have the best players of the game, and then we will also have the 3 best tournament players for Germany. As they are done,
the prizes will be presented by, for the team Germany,
Well, Moritz Seider is their rock back on defense. Matthias Plachta is their offensive choice on power plays and late game situations for his heavy one-time shot.
For team Czechia, IIHF
yeah, you can be pretty sure that Moritz Seider is going to be one of the players of the tournament.
One of the surprise players for Germany who were offering up offense was Kai Wiesmann.
22, Matthias Plachta.
So Matthias Plachta is the player of the game for Germany. And a good tournament for him.
Yeah, turned 31 just last week.
The best player of team Czechia, number 47, Michal Jordan.
So Mikhail Jordan probably getting rewarded for blocking that shot with his hand, but we talked about the penalty kill. He was a big part of that. And Czechia will advance to the semifinals, and the 2022 IIHF Men's World Championship will come to an end for Tony Soderholm and the German team.
The award of the 3 best
Well, the questions about Czechia was, can they play stout defensively? They know they have the offensive weapons, their top line, but they blocked a lot of shots late in that game. And Vemelka did what he had to do.
The 3 best players awards are selected by the team and will be presented by owner of the Westminster Group, Marian Ziburska.
So the best player awards for Germany selected by their team for their players.
The 3 best players of Team Germany are number 30, Philipp Grubauer, number 65, Mark Michaelis, number 53, Moritz Seider.
So Grubauer, Michaelis, and Seider as selected by the team for their efforts in this World Championship. And Germany will be done. Czechia will advance to the semifinals. Finland and Slovakia, the other quarterfinal, that will be played tonight in Tampere. And in this building here, the Helsinki Ice Hall, it will be Switzerland and Team USA that will meet in the other quarterfinal. Switzerland favored.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
And we will now stand for the national anthem of the winning team, Czechia.
Hyvät naiset herrat, jos pystytte, pyydämme nousemaan ylös kuulemaan voittajajoukkueen Tšekin kansallishymnin. 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Tournament will continue here in Helsinki Ice Hall with one more quarterfinal at 8:20. Team Switzerland against Team USA. Welcome. Hyvät naiset ja herrat, vuoden 2022 IIHF-jääkiekon MM-kisat jatkuvat täällä Helsingin jäähallissa vielä yhden pelin verran. Toinen puolivälierien kamppailu kello 20:20 Sveitsi USA. Tervetuloa! Ladies and gentlemen, the venues and time between the games. See you soon. Arvoisa yleisö, areena tyhjennetään otteluiden välissä. Nähdään jälleen hetken kuluttua.
Marcel, we saw you get that great scoring chance in the second period, and then you guys fought until the very end. What can you say about your team's performance?
Yeah, I think we can be proud of the way we played. I think we first 20 minutes are, I think the reason why we lost the game. I think we sit too much back, gave too much respect, and didn't get really into battles. And the last 40 minutes, I think we didn't play a bad game. It's just we couldn't find a way to beat the goalie today, and a couple bounces that didn't go our way. But that's what you need if you want to move on to the semifinals.
And Marcel, all of Czechia's goals came on the power play. How much will those penalties haunt you?
Like you said, three too many. We knew they're doing really well on the power play. I mean, we had our chances too. I mean, we had a power play, we didn't score, we didn't capitalize on, and that's how hockey, or that's the way it is. You got to make them pay if you have a chance, and we just didn't do it.
Overall, though, in the preliminary round, we saw how much Germany has grown. What steps has this team taken, and how bright is the future?
Well, we were proud of our first 7 games, but it doesn't matter if you lose the 8-1. That's I think our reputation that we have is not only 7 games. We want to have more than that, and I think today was probably not our best game that we played in the tournament. And I'm still pretty proud that we played a good tournament at all costs, but I wish we would have played better today. But I hopefully next year that we are coming back and finish better than this one.
And then one more, if you can answer in German. What can you say about your team's fight today?
Ja, es war ein sehr großer Fight. Ich glaube, wir sind sehr, sehr gut zurück ins Spiel gekommen, nachdem wir 3-0 zurücklagen. Trotzdem haben wir leider das Spiel heute verloren, haben leider ungünstige Strafen genommen und dann war es natürlich schwer gegen eine tschechische Mannschaft, die sehr, sehr gut ist, 3 Tore aufzuholen. Nichtsdestotrotz, glaube ich, können wir stolz darauf sein, wie wir gespielt haben und hoffentlich nächstes Jahr wieder angreifen.
Danke.
Thanks.
Roman, it looked like when you guys came out in the first period, you were a team on a mission. How badly did you want this game?
Yeah, I think we have been ready for this game. We really wanted to win, and we did it. So we executed the PP today, and that helped us to win the game.
Your power play, outstanding, as you mentioned. Can you walk me through that second goal and where that chemistry came when you scored?
Which one was the guys play on the other side, nice plays, and I was waiting for the David pass because I knew it's coming. So I was just ready for a quick shot, and I tried to hit the net, which I did. So
this win puts you into the semifinals, and I know you've had some disappointing results as Czechia this year. How hungry are you guys to leave this with some hardware?
Yeah, I really believe we are hungry. We are hungry. We wanna be ready. Now we have a little bit time to prepare, rest a little bit, and doesn't matter who will be, but we will be fighting.
In Czechia, if you could answer this, how determined was this team right now to beat Germany in this quarterfinal game?
Was dobrý zápas. Využili jsme přesilovky, které nám pomohly v první třetině se dostat do vedení a pak jsme ten zápas tak nějak kontrolovali a vyhráli.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, it's so weird.
Stand up. Nevadí.
Thank you.